Yo, how y'all feeling out there? Welcome to another episode of Strength to Strength. Your boy Mook, player partner Zach, and producer Steve.
Producer Steve.
You know what I'm talking about? How y'all feeling out there? Let's get down to it. We good. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm good for the most part.
I'm good. I'm
But
good.
Unfortunately, I do got some bad news to talk about. One of my boys, I went to, one of my boys, I went to church with him, and we were really good friends growing up. One of his partners, who we became real good friends, when his best friend in high school, he and I became like brothers. So one of my guys, his brother, I ran like softball teams and all
Yeah.
that jazz, so they would be on my team. It was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, he got my friend's brother got killed
Mm-hmm.
a couple of days ago
Man.
on the street. Was leaving the club off of leaving it's not really a club, a bar, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
off of 80th and Cottage,
Okay.
and around like let's just say 2 a.m., but let's say really 1 a.m.
That's tough.
Somebody came out, fired on him a few times in the stomach,
Mm.
and he died right there on the street before the ambulance or the police can get there.
Wow. Condolences to his family. Brother, that's tough. That's tough.
Yeah, so that's my boy
Tough city.
Glenn who passed away from murder, though. And it's just like, now I'm thinking about my
Condolences
boy
to the
who's
family.
here. My boy Joe, like his brother,
Mhm.
which is my good friend. And now, mind you, I haven't talked to Joe in a minute.
Mhm.
You know, now if you are a person who like the astrology and all that stuff, like I'm a Scorpio.
Mhm.
Joe was born a day before me. He's a Scorpio. There's something you know about Scorpio. Some people are like, yeah, we are we're good with our words. It can be manipulative. We think about, we strategize, strategists. You know, we have that mental thing that we'll do.
Evil.
It can be. It can be definitely turned for evil real quick. And that's what I'm concerned about, bro. Like, I'm concerned about my boy and that thing kicking up in him and dealing with that grief the way he
dealing
is.
with that grief. Yeah, grief is tough.
Because and this could be anybody, man, dealing with any type of grief. It doesn't have to be as traumatic as a murder. Right? It doesn't have to be traumatic as that. Like, my
No.
mom died of cancer. She was sick for years.
Yeah. Same as mine.
Yeah, and some people die from other causes. You know, heart attack, natural. They're just older.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is, when a loss is a loss, you still feel it,
Mhm.
and you're going to grieve that. And one of the things that I know that I've seen people struggle with, and I struggled with earlier in my life, is grief to an extent.
Absolutely.
And now we have to figure out how to deal with it in a world where, you know, emotions are accepted to an extent.
It have to be, or you have to surround yourself with. We could keep. It always
Yeah.
goes back to your circle.
Yeah.
Surround yourself with people that it's okay to be vulnerable, so to speak.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Where you can talk about your mom and without them like, here he go.
But that's the thing, though, man. Most people, a lot of us don't have that. Or
Exactly.
We don't, or a lot of men, especially, we just don't believe that we need to talk about it.
Or we were taught not to talk about it.
Yeah, and it's
A lot
one
of
of
what
the
we
most.
do as men is learned.
It's learned. It's BS, bro.
It's BS, especially if you didn't have the father figure, so to speak.
That's the thing. I did.
Yeah, you did, and it still be. It is.
I mean, I have my father is
He's awesome.
is
What's up,
there,
Pop?
right?
Shout out, Pop.
Bill Martin. They call him Wild Bill, gangster.
He a player. He a player too.
So, you know, my dad was, you know, stoic. He's more quiet. He's not book learned, but he knows the streets. He knows how to handle people. He's a person that knows his heart. He knows how to lead with that.
And a man of God.
Yeah, and definitely a man of God, man. Just loves them all. Loves everybody.
Yeah.
He's a jokester.
Yeah.
But at the
Love
same
his dad.
time, when he's going through something, he's silent. He's quiet.
Yep. That's me.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's me.
Definitely reminds you, like, he's quiet. He'll go into his own. He'll sit back. You won't, and then when you see him again, you won't even know that anything's really going down. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I can say that was me. I'm sorry.
Right. But that's the thing. That's most of us.
Yeah.
You know, and it may show differently. Like for me, I said, "Oh no, I'm good." I felt that I was good.
Yeah.
A lot of times, and then when I was younger, life was getting me, and then I started getting ulcers as like 16 years old. And then when I switched it up a little bit, and now I'm dealing with like the death of my mom, like gladly now, I'm at a different place in life, but even still, dude, I still feel it. Like
Absolutely.
my mom's birthday is June 19th, so it's just passed. And that's also Father's Day time, right?
Right.
So for my
Always
family,
a tough year.
but for
Tough
my part of the year, for me, and this is why we would do all of our vacationing during this time frame, right? So it was Father's Day, my mom's birthday, Zach just got out of school. All right, let's go party for about a good week if we can, wherever it is. So that time means something more than Mother's Day. Like Mother's Day doesn't affect me at all, right? I can be sitting there talking about Mother's Day. I'm like,
mom was never into Mother's Day anyway.
right. But other than that, though, when the Christmas Day hits, I'm not worried. It doesn't bother me. Even when the day she passed, or the time she passed, which is honestly it's like around Thanksgiving, between my dad and my birthday, none of that messed with me except now. But I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to have conversations about it. I try to sit there and talk to my wife about it. I'll reach out to you, if I'm just sitting there struggling, if somebody's near me, and they're like, "What's up?" I'm gonna be honest, yo. Like,
like I'm having one.
Hey, I'm just having one of these days, and this triggered me in this way, dealing with that. And hopefully that person may sit down for a second if I needed it. Sometimes I don't, right? Sometimes I just needed an ear for a hot second.
Yep. So, for me, the first understanding I had to really come to grips with was grief never goes away. It just doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Like you miss certain conversations or advice. Like moms was moms. Like your boy on y'all pod, he's saying him and his mom don't fuck with each other at all. I can't even fathom that. Even yourself, Steve, you know what I'm saying? Producer Steve. You know what I'm saying? His relationship with his mom is different. You know what I'm saying? So we talked about it. Not to put you on blast, but I don't really get no fun. But anyway, you talked on the pod about it. But anyway, it's like dealing with those things and those moments that I have. Christmas time, because she loved Christmas and she loved to do for her grandkids and whoever else. Christmas and Thanksgiving are the toughest times for me. But I find peace in like thinking about her in those moments. Like she wasn't a jovial person. She wasn't a soft person. She was none of these things, but those holidays made her that.
Yeah.
You know, so you just think about the good times and just have your moments and come out of it. But you have to deal with it, though.
Yeah.
You have to, because we go so long without dealing with the grief where it turns into anger, bitterness.
Yeah.
And it's tough to come out. It's tough to come out of it.
And you have to, like you said, dive deep into those emotions, right? So if I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about my mother and something hits me and it's a feeling other than joy, like, so there's sadness of me missing them.
Yes.
But the moment I think about them, if joy follows, then it's okay.
It's okay. Yep.
Now, if something painful follows that first initial feeling, then you got to dive into whatever that is. So let's say something painful comes up and you get a reminder or a memory of something. That memory is something that you need to drill down in a little bit further, either with yourself or with some help from a psychologist, from a therapist.
Yep.
Have conversation with somebody else. Because there's something about that particular scenario or that particular thing that is a trigger for you, and something there that happened, you know, and that you haven't fully, healed from. Right. It could have been something that you missed or that you saw or that you heard or that you felt. It doesn't matter what it was. That's still a trigger for you. Right. And what you don't want is you don't want to have continuous negative triggers. Like
That's it. That's what I struggled with for a long time.
yeah, because that brings about such a heaviness. And here's the thing: grief is not just about losing someone. And I think that's one of the biggest things that people don't understand. Like, you can grieve something.
Yep.
You can grieve a thought.
A separation.
You can separate. You can grieve a separation. You lose your child says, I don't want to be with you no more. I'm tired of y'all parents. I'm gonna go do this.
Right.
You can see like the whole Russell Simmons situation.
I'm not. I've heard of that. I don't know what was said. I heard. So you know how you go on Instagram or whatever, you can see the video, but I'm not listening to it, so I don't know what happened. Oh, was it? I didn't even try to listen because I just saw him rambling and I didn't know.
Well, that's something we can go into another day.
I just want
one.
you to speak on it, but I'm just letting you know I don't know a lot about that.
But there's just so many different things that are going on that if we lose it and we feel like we dropped an opportunity, let's say you had an opportunity to get a bag from something, doing something, a new business idea, a plan, somebody wanted you to jump on a buying a house or buy this condo unit or a school situation, whatever it was, right? And you miss it and something goes left.
Yeah.
Now you're sitting there like, oh crap, I messed up. And this is going to I'm never going to have that again. And I'm missing that. I'm missing my opportunity. And you grieve and you forget it. You have to drop it. Just like people have to drop their dreams, bro. Like these entrepreneurs that are out there thinking that something is love and it's supposed to be great. But then it's like, oh, this wasn't it. Yep. So when they flip from it wasn't it, now where are they going to go? So some people can take that and be like, all right, I'm going to the next thing because they got a certain mentality. But a lot of people shut down because they're like, this wasn't it. Like, this is terrible for me. I can't go there. And they just shut fully down. And they grieve that whole process, and they don't want to see it again. They don't want to think about it again.
And you think in that shutdown that it's going to go away somehow.
Right.
But it doesn't. Obviously.
Because the thing is, you still had the passion and the drive to do whatever it was that made you start doing that.
Yep.
So that's the thing. You still need to feed it. It just may be whatever that particular thing was that you tried to do for it. Maybe that just wasn't it. Yep. Which means, all right, that's cool. That didn't work. Drop it and pick a different path. Absolutely. But you're still going to have to still go for that same goal.
And that goes into the processing of, I agree 1,000,000% with you. That goes into the process of once the bad happens.
Yeah.
When you start processing it, in that process, start thinking, this helped me tremendously, start thinking about a different outcome, a different route, a different avenue, whatever it was. Like you brung up it being a business or whatever it is. Like, okay, this didn't work. Man, let me go to that other idea I had. Even if you don't do it, you're still not sitting in the bad.
Right. Real quick.
Go ahead. Producer Steve.
I just want to get the context to the Russell Simmons thing. He made a post, and it was over Father's Day, and it was stop telling fathers they should have fought harder for their children and start asking mothers why they had to fight in the first place. And that created – he just posted that, and then his daughters his mother had a response, and his daughter basically backed up the mother's claim, and that created a whole thing. But it was on Father's Day, and – it created a conversation. She posted him and how he speaks to her. You couldn't hear tone. It was muted, but it's just you could see him yelling at the screen.
Yeah.
Then she had some screenshots of, how he talks to her. He called them little pieces of shit, and he said other little things. Then she claims how she's broke, or she, he claims how he's broke and he couldn't do certain things for her and he can't do certain things. And so that created a whole big thing with it being on Father's Day. Kimora Lee, in her statement, she said a whole bunch of things. He basically said he's broke because of her. She sued him for $250 million for the context of it, anybody that don't know. And that was 20 years ago. She said, we got a divorce 20 years ago and you've still been harassing us. You have black men and men that are saying, like, she took money and now she don't want to have anything to do with the person that she got the money from and how, who made her. We wouldn't know her for that.
That's tough.
And it's just creating that whole thing. One other thing that she said that created a argument was in her rant, she stated that, he's already all his accusations, what he's been accused of, and how that comes out. And in her thing, she let out how she was married at 16 to a 33-year-old man. And some people were saying, like, why did you have to bring that up? But you know what I mean? Like, we've already accepted y'all for who y'all are and how y'all move. So they thought that was kind of a low blow, and so that
Rich people stuff, man.
Well, no, actually, that's more than rich people stuff. I mean,
There's a lot of rich people stuff involved in that, though.
yeah, it is because they're just, yeah, it is a lot of
Like
rich people.
marrying a black person marrying a 16-year-old Asian. Ain't she Asian?
She's black and Asian. She's
Blasian.
Only,
she's-
I mean, that's
Blasian.
in the hood. That ain't really happening. It's more of just pedophiles raping a 16.
And that's what people are saying. Like,
But that's rich people stuff.
and then you have people that are saying that she was a participant. You trying to bring that up, and you are a participant in the marriage. It's not like you reporting a crime. But then people are saying, like, can you participate at 16? You don't know that you were a victim until you look back on things. And so now it's like, how much of a participant? And so that's where you get the public arguing of being like, nah, she was a willing, but nah, she was raped. Nah, she was.
Yeah, I
and
think,
so that it takes it kind of off of them.
Yeah, that's
yeah, I think at this point, you said it's rich people problems. You know what I say? Don't care.
exactly stupid.
It's stupid.
It's all dumb.
Like they need to figure out their own, they need to figure out their own drama behind their own walls, and stop tripping.
Well, make it general. Do you think you could ever get so mad at? Because basically, like, essentially what's happening is the children don't feel like they have a voice, and they go into the public to, hey, my daddy won't listen. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's to go in public with your private information,
Yeah.
family business.
Yeah.
Like, so the same way that you raised and how we're raised, and we're all, of this certain age, but we're raising children in this age. So instead of a child coming to you, and this is generalization, and this has nothing to do with them. So this is the crux of it. If a child that you're raising, that you live with every day, has a problem with you, and they go and tell the world and the media, or they're recording you to show you in this bad light, to say, look at my friend, like, look, friends, this nigga really won't let me out. This nigga's be, and they exaggerate and embellish a story that is. Well, I had a friend who just had this situation that happened. Kids come home from spring break. They ain't been here in a while. They pop up. His house isn't as fun as grandparents' house.
Right.
They don't want to be there, so they're not engaging the dad. The dad is like, hey, what y'all want to do? Nothing. Are you hungry? No, I'm not hungry. Grandpa pops up. Hey, we going to Grandpa's house.
He
Cool.
wouldn't even feed us.
Go. That's exactly what happened. 10 minutes later, Grandpa calls and like, hey, what we feeding these kids? He says, put them on speakerphone. And he like, calm down. He like, nah, put them on speakerphone. Yo, didn't I just ask you what you wanted to eat? What did you say? You said no. You're of age now that you can't do that. You can't throw me under the bus. You can't. This makes me look this type of way. You're 15 and you're explaining to the child that this is the ramifications of your thing. But what do you do to a 7 to 8 year old that just got a pad or just got an iPad and his first 25 friends on Facebook? He like, my dad be beating me, and this is their introduction to your.
I don't. But here's the thing, though. I don't think that's the beginning of whatever it was. I don't think any kid. I don't think
That's their voice, and that's what it is.
I don't think most kids or anybody starts on social media.
No, it's not that.
So what I'm saying is I don't think that, because that's not the starting point. You had so many other opportunities to talk to your kids. So many opportunities
But
to
you
have
didn't know
these
they had
conversations.
so if you talk to them and you do say you want something to eat, we're having this conversation. They say no and they go in their room. But when they go in their room and type exactly opposite of what happened, this motherfucker won't even feed me. It's a difference between I won't feed you and I won't feed you what you want. Right? But you don't
right.
so it's like, no, they don't start on social media, or it starts in a text message, right? And it's like, man, this motherfucker over here tripping. I'm trying to get, you know what I'm saying? And you talking to that one friend, and then
I feel you. I just
something happens
believe-
on social media, and you chime in, and you know what
I
I'm
believe
saying?
it just starts a lot earlier than that. Like, it's just a lot of stuff
You got to
going
identify
on.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you need
that's
to
tough.
you need to pay
And
attention.
that kind of goes into the one of our other things we want to talk about, accountability.
yeah.
Like, as a parent, it's like, hey, you know, when your kid do stuff like that, I notice, and I can speak for myself and other I've seen it. it's like the first thing we run and do is be like, why did your ass just do that?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's my fault. I'm not saying it's my fault as a parent, but I need to sometimes in certain situations like that, what you talking about, you need to step back. Like, why did that little nigga just do that? Without lashing out at him first. Like, I mean, I'm not saying you're not like that kid is absolved of an ass whooping or whatever, however you parent. Like, I've never whooped my kids, but however you parent, whatever discipline. I'm not saying he's absolved of that, but it's still an accountability thing. Like, wait a minute. This didn't start on social media, like you said.
Right.
It escalated, and now this nigga tripping.
And that's the thing. Like, how often do we just not try to figure out the reasons behind the reasons why they did something versus just getting mad at the whatever their
We were
action
always
was.
taught to react.
Just react.
That's
react. So no, now it's one of those things where I try my best, and I do get mad some days, man.
Yeah.
Like I have a 7-year-old about to be 8-year-old, and Isaiah to me is not a regular 7-year-old, so I forget that he's 7.
Mm-hmm.
Is extremely intelligent, can know how to do all the types of things, but then I forget that he is this 7-year-old boy that has only been talking like for real for like 4 years.
Yep.
I've been here for 40. And he does something, and I get mad to the point where I'm ready to lash out at him. I have zero control.
Yep.
Right? So it's like, I have to say that to myself, bro. I'm like, why am I so freaking mad at
Right. Like, I need to
what's up?
chill out.
And now I make it a habit I apologize to my son. Like, so if he does something and I get mad to the point where I did too much, that's on me.
Yeah.
I apologize.
And you showing him that's how you react when you get upset.
Dude,
Like, that's how I need to react when I get
absolutely.
upset.
I need to be at this point from now until he's 18 to be teaching him and showing him and be an example for him of how you speak and how you conduct to talk to other people.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
So
That's it.
as much as I'm mad at the little dude, and I swear I want to throw him sometimes,
Right.
I can't show him that because I want him to do a lot better than what I
Absolutely.
do, because I know when there were times I had rage.
Mm-hmm.
I knew from time like I would like we talking about, like I wouldn't hold myself accountable. So what I would do is I just rage out and just hit something. Like that's my outlet. That ain't no freaking outlet.
Nah, that ain't no outlet. You just, after you calm down, you think you got it out, but you still upset. You just calm down because can nobody sustain rage for that long?
No.
So
That's a
and
lot of
sometimes
energy.
We get frustrated with our kids, and they just don't get it. Like there are certain ages where they just not gonna get it. Perfect example. Do you remember we was in your front yard, me, you, Melissa, Isaiah, Tawny, we just sitting there chilling. You was doing some yard work, and Isaiah got upset about the Pokemon cards.
Oh yeah.
He was like, so the thing about it, he wants to go to the store and get these. You can correct me if I'm wrong. He wants to get these Pokemon cards every time. This same pack of Pokemon cards.
He wanted to get the box. It's
Right,
like
he wanted to get the
trainer
box. But if you told him, like, if you get this one, you're going to get new Pokemon cards.
Those are the packs.
He thought he was doing something wrong, and you were explaining it to him. And great, I applaud you for that, for not getting frustrated, because he wasn't getting it.
Right.
And he was still crying, but at the same time, 7.
He's 7.
He's not gonna. He's used to seeing that box of Pokemon cards that bring him so much joy.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm gonna stick with.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, at the same time as you want the cards, you also want to learn the game.
Yep.
So I'm going to help you
I
do
wanna teach you the
what
game.
you said you wanted, but that
Exactly.
is to help you learn the game.
Mm-hmm.
How do you do it? By going this route. And if you don't get it, if you don't understand it, don't worry about it. You ask me to help you.
Yeah.
I know this a little bit more. I'll put the kibosh and show you, and then I'll just give you these extras. I'll show you a little bit more. Okay,
Right.
take these.
Yeah.
Right, but that's the thing. I'm really trying to coach my son versus quote unquote raise my son.
Or drill something
Yeah.
in him.
I need him to come up with his own idea, like his own things.
Yeah.
Because as much as I've learned, like I feel like there's a good amount that I know. But then the fact is, I know little bits. Like there's so much that I don't know. And because the more and more I'm seeing that and realizing that everything that I've learned in my last 40 years is only a very small pixel of a gigantic picture,
Yeah.
then I'm like, yo, son, learn. I'm going to show you what I learned. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to show you what I learned. Do you have to follow it? No. Because guess what? My way wasn't perfect.
Oh.
It wasn't perfect. I'd be lying to myself if I did say that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's what the
Accountability.
And we're lying to kids. Like, this is the way that we have to do it. How successful are you?
Right.
You make $200,000? Oh, that's great.
But you can still be a dick.
You have no good interpersonal relationships. Personal relationships.
Man,
your skills
shit.
talking to people, nobody wants to be around you.
Yep.
You can't get married because nobody wants to spend time.
We see that now.
Paying for friendships.
We see that now with, I'm not going to call niggas broke, but they're not that.
Yeah.
We see that now, like whether it's paying for a 3-5, or I got the 5th, or I got this. You're paying for these friendships because nobody wants to be around you because of your antics.
Yeah.
Because you keep fucking telling me you make $200,000 or $80,000.
No, that's the thing.
I don't want to hear it.
It was funny, man. Like my dad, he would, Army dude, Vietnam vet, all that stuff. So he's low key with everything. Everything's tight. And so he taught me. I don't carry cash like that anymore. But when I carry my cash, you know me, bro. Like I don't like anything flashy.
No.
Period. So I struggled. This chain was hard. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like if you give my money, it'll be in a clip. You'll see all the ones.
Yep.
Everything else is so far hidden down there because when I'm opening my money up, I don't need you to know how much I got. So I don't understand when people show like, hey, I got all this. And then when they get to the crib, they got to turn that money back into somebody else.
Exactly.
It's like, wait a minute, guys.
Or pay a bill.
Yeah, but why are we doing like why are we showing like what's the point? Why
I don't get it.
Who are you trying to prove something to?
And I'm the opposite of you, not as far as the money, showing the money, but as far as I like shoes and clothes.
Yeah.
And if I could afford a nice gold chain, I would have one, right? Because the chain I want is like $8,000. I'm not doing that. But still in all, I'm broke. I don't give it, man. I go out here and trip over $100 million. I'm broke. I'm still about the same. You used to me wearing Jordans and Air Max anyway. So you're not going to see the change. You might see the car change because I'm a car guy too. But talking about money and all, man, it's stupid.
No, I mean, and that's the thing. People have to, these days, people are doing more of trying to show themselves as something else. Yeah. And I don't mind, like when people do, like they're trying to do manifestations and they want to put their mind in like where they want to be and all that, which I totally agree with. What I don't agree with is putting yourself in dire situations to force a look of something that you are nowhere near. Like your mentality, like it's the mentality of a wealthy person doesn't spend above and beyond what he has currently because he doesn't want to lose all that. Mm-hmm. It's too much of a cut. It makes no sense.
Yep.
You know, so a wealthy person puts money, big money somewhere else and has the fun money, does a quick splurge once a month or once every other week. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't go crazy every Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You see them outside kicking it.
We talked about this too. Like with these rich guys, they have these closets. These not even they're closets because they have clothes in them, but they're rooms, big rooms in their mansions with rows and rows of clothes and shoes. I'm only one human. It's impossible for me to wear all of this all the time or whatever. So I do get it. If I did have money like that, I probably wouldn't wear the same thing twice.
Yeah.
But if I'm done with it, I'm done with it. Let's help somebody else out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let me get this. I know the little homie need this. Like, let's stop talking about money and talk about how we gonna pull the little homie up.
And that's the thing, man. Like that, we got to do that more. We got to bring other kids up. We got to help develop. We got to help lead and teach. And the way that we do it is by example and not just by.
Absolutely.
And so
We can't. We already learned we can't talk at these kids.
Not can't talk.
We can't
at them.
talk at them.
They too smart.
Man, this generation don't give a shit about nothing. They do. I'm not going
No,
to
they
generalize
do.
again.
They smart, bro.
But they smart because this is the information. They got information that we didn't have.
What you say to them, they can check in 3 seconds.
Absolutely. They will call you. What did they say the words? Producer Steve, cap. That's the word, right?
Cap.
And that's cap, fam. That's cap.
They can check you on it real quick.
They check you on it real quick. So you got to be, it all goes back to, I'm going to always say this, man. Be a solid person. If you're a solid person, man, you're going to run into goofballs and weird stuff people going to try to use. That's just life. But you're a solid person, somebody's going to listen and follow.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Everybody's trying to get 45 million followers, 30,000 followers. If you can help 5 people, just 5 in your life, that you can name, you have done a significant thing.
And you know what's crazy? To top what you just said, to add on, I should say, if you're doing that stuff for those 5 people, especially if they're young people, you're going to get the followers automatically because this generation believes in word of mouth more so than any other generation. So they're going to be like, hey, Zach, man, he did me a solid, got me in this 3-bedroom house. I paid this.
Yeah.
Man, this is he a solid dude. Now here's the followers.
Yeah.
That you ain't even asked for.
You didn't, and that's the thing. You didn't ask for it.
You didn't ask for it. You didn't show your booty cheek. You didn't fan out your money or throw it up at some strippers. No. I'm not knocking any of this, guys. It sounds like a great time. But if you just say
that's the thing though. Better relationships, truth, advancement comes when we're able to be transparent, when we're able to be truthful and honest with the different people and give them example that they can actually follow and they can just look from, glean, and then they can just advance. Because that's the thing. I believe that every amount of information that you get, everything that you hear me say, everything that you comes out of your mouth should not just be taken as life, as truth.
no.
I don't care what I say. If I read
I
read you anything from a book, you still are supposed to research it and learn more about it and get a true understanding for yourself. That's who we are as beings. That's how we grow and gain knowledge. But if we just take everything word of mouth, now the lies that somebody else says, you allow that to get and affect you. Now you live in this
talking
lie.
about them church folks, Zach.
Hey,
I'm joking. Love the church folks.
but no,
that's the reason I said that, because that's some people have real blind faith when it comes to books.
Yeah.
Like the Bible, Quran, whatever.
Any religious book, there's some truths and there's some falsehood, or there's incompletion.
Yeah.
And
That's who wrote it.
man,
There you go.
and man has flaws. So here's the thing, though. So that's why we are supposed to continuously and constantly learn by doing our own research, becoming experts at something, and then allowing and helping somebody else do the same and do more than you.
Right.
And be okay if they don't give you anything back.
Oh man, that's the thing, man. It's that's the hardest part for most people, is not getting something from. They are expecting something.
Expectations.
Expectation. They are expecting a paycheck. They are expecting those followers. They are expecting a lot of stuff.
They're expecting a lot.
If you do something, just do it, man. Don't, if you loan your boy some money, man, just do it.
I've gained.
Come on, son.
I think I've gained more in my life by the free things that I do. Because I don't think about it, bro. Like, if you need something, if I got it, hey, I got you.
There you go.
If you want something, like my son, bro, I'm never going to tell him. I tell my son, there's no reason for me to tell you no unless it's detrimental to you.
Yep.
Now, what I will say is not yet, and maybe in a few days,
Absolutely.
a few months, however long it may need to be to get old enough. But if you give me no reason to say no, then why should I?
Exactly.
we need to live more of a life where we're saying yes and how can I
Yep.
live in the possibility, bro. Like,
Live in the That's wonderful. I love that.
and it was that was hard for me though. Like that realization was one of the
I'm still
hardest
struggling
things.
with it, but it helps.
I'm very analytical, very, very, very analytical. So I'm sitting here calculating everything, and you do something, or you think about something, and you're like, "Yep, I got the story in my head. This possibly what happened. If I break down this, the probability of him saying that or that person doing that is going to be this. This is what I'm going to bet on. That's what's going to happen." And then it happens. I'm not surprised.
Like, yep.
Guess
I
what?
already synced it.
Life is boring. I don't want to live in the probability anymore, dog. I want to live in the possibility. And that's where I want my kid to live. I want to teach him that, but I want to teach him that now, not when he's 40.
Yeah, not when he's 40, because these are the lessons, like coming out of depressions, finding new income streams, just being mentally okay. We should have learned this a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like, I'm 46 years old and I'm learning it. 45, whatever it was, that I've been feeling great and good and mentally okay, at peace with stuff. It shouldn't have took this long to learn how to deal and to learn, like, okay, this is what you need to be looking at.
Yeah.
Or how you need to be looking at it. It's tough, though.
Dude, it's tough.
It's tough.
And like now,
Producer Steve with the chicken.
I do, like I think I said before, I try to do yoga, but I do more meditation than anything. And it's funny, these kids are watching anime a lot more. And
Still can't do it.
yeah, it's tough for me, but
Nope. I don't watch no
You watch
cartoons, bro.
But in these particular shows, they're doing a lot of meditation. They're doing a lot of stuff with chi and energy.
Yeah.
So now I use that with my son because I want to teach him.
Yeah.
See, back in the long ago days, they would teach children how to meditate, how to, in some cultures they still do, how to find peace and do all that.
Hell, teaching them how to sleep.
Dude, you do that to an American kid now at that young age, just think of the type of children that we're going to raise and how good they're going to be at dealing with their emotions, managing their feelings, assessing themselves, right? Understanding when something is going wrong and they can just identify it and deal with it versus store it and then lash out on somebody or some people later on down the line. But how can we teach them something that we never practiced?
Right.
So it's hard for me. I'm like trying to talk to some of my friends and talk to them about their kid. Oh yeah, they can do this, and I'm like, you can help them with that. And I'm like, wait a minute, you've never done it. This is foreign to you.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'd be lying if I'm like, oh yeah, this is easy.
Yeah.
It's not, man.
And we
like
gotta
none of
stay
this is
away from
easy.
that too, because something easy to you might not be easy to somebody else.
That's right. Just don't assume that. Oh, you can do it.
Right. Nope.
No, it's difficult. Some things take time to grasp, to learn.
Yes.
Producer Steve said the devil isn't easy. Yeah, and we had something. We
He
had
always
a
gonna
topic.
give you the easy path. He always gonna the shortcut. It's the pride that comes in the work or the, you know what I'm saying, the sacrifice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's the
yeah,
longevity of it.
I gave up $50 of my check for 6 months to get this.
Yeah.
So I take care of it different than if a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing, man. We have to learn. We got to give more to receive. You got to give to receive
Absolutely.
in everything. In investing, that's investing.
Yep.
I have to give something to receive anything.
Absolutely.
If I just stand here with my hands out, I will never get it.
Don't nobody want to give up anything though.
Nobody want to give up anything.
Especially it's the hardest, but it's still the easiest is the time.
Yeah.
That's the hardest to give up time. But if you say to yourself, all right, I'm giving this amount of time, you will see how far you could go with it.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, okay, I
What'd you say?
did it.
Producer Steve, say what you said again.
I said that's a goal and people don't realize that.
Yeah. It's a goal.
Yeah, it's a go.
And this is what's dope. Goal brings out happiness.
Absolutely. Dude, so again, I'm gonna make this about me. Don't give a fuck. But I set out when you start changing your way of thinking. I set out and I made a small list of goals, right? That's a very small, like, if somebody saw the list, they'd be like, nigga, what? But that's my list, and I wasn't doing these things before. So that's why my list
And
is
I'm not
important.
doing it for you. They're my goals.
Exactly. So I hit those goals, and I'm like, wow, this is wonderful. Like, man, I did that. I did this. I did that. Okay, some things you are forced to do it, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to still do it.
It doesn't
So,
matter how.
It doesn't matter how. I'm glad you said that. It doesn't matter how long as you do it. Now, before
Unless it's evil.
absolutely, that's true. You don't want to
Like
do the evil.
Batman. Continue.
See, like before, you sit around, you can set a goal, but you're not writing it. You're not really, like making that goal. But you would be like, okay, in your head, with your thoughts, and you don't get it.
Yeah.
Right? Now, this is where it gets real. It's like, okay, which way do you go? Before, God damn it, man, why this shit keep happening to me? Why the fuck I can't do this? Why this keep happening? Come on, man, what the? You know what I'm saying? You switch it. Like we talked about earlier, you switch it. Be like, no, that happened for a reason. It's fine.
It's fine.
I still have another damn goal on my list. And you achieve it and you feel great.
Bro. So that's the thing. So there's the ultimate goal, and then there's the goals that you use to reach that ultimate goal. Mm-hmm. A lot of times people don't even realize that there's a bigger goal outside of their smaller goal. Mm-hmm. All right. So people are like, I want to become an entrepreneur. Cool. Why? I want this business. I just want a business. All right, cool. That's your goal, to get a business. Perfect. Why do you want that business? Well, I want to have more control of my day. Okay, cool. Why do you want to have more control of your day? Well, because I want to really be able to be with my family and give them the time that they need, and then be able to just move the way I want to move. Vacation how I want to vacation. Okay, great. So how are you going to get that particular goal? Well, I will need to get a business, and then I need to build it big enough so I can have some people that are working for me so I can move around. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So your goal is to have a business that can end up doing more on its own without you, but it's bringing you a solid income from it. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, absolutely, because you want to have more time with your family and do all this stuff. Yes. So what's your actual goal? Just to bring in some top-end income where I don't have to do it so I can have time with my family. Cool. So how does that happen? That can be with a entrepreneur, new job. It could be a new career. It could be a new business. It could be buying multiple properties. It could be getting brought in on a deal. It could be. What I'm saying is there are so many different ways for it to happen, which means the how doesn't matter, but the ultimate goal is something bigger and something better. Yeah. So if we were able to pull out and get to that point, and then we live there, that's where the possibilities come in. You know what I'm saying? Because we're sitting there talking like, well, I'm only going to be happy if my business blows up. If this one thing happens, okay, but what if that one thing didn't happen? It didn't go the way that you planned. Mm-hmm. Do you shut down everything?
Right.
Or was that goal that you really were going for with this other thing, and it doesn't matter how you get there because you can have 4 other business ideas that come. Mm-hmm. Somebody, when that thing broke down, like, okay, for instance, I have a investment company. I buy different properties in the city, and we rent those out. I also do flips. I was doing flips as well. I stopped it after year 2. I just really wasn't in the flip game. I was ready to be done with IM Investments. Mm-hmm. This isn't working. I don't want to do this anymore. That wasn't my goal. My goal wasn't flipping houses.
Right.
I didn't care about flipping houses. Mm-hmm. My goal was to be able to bring in a stream of income in the real estate industry. Mm-hmm. If somehow, some way.
Yeah, no matter what it looked like.
IM Investments is an investments company. It doesn't need to be real estate. It could be anything. Guess what happened? I get a call randomly from one of my boys. Hey, man, we want to talk. We're going to start a business. We're going to do construction. Huh. Perfect. I was doing flips. I got contacts. Reached out again. Now I have a 4-person company where I don't have to do all the freaking work.
Right.
But if all I was thinking about was this one business and why this one failed, and I just shut down and everything
You
else,
wouldn't have had nothing
I wouldn't
in
have
there.
helped me reach my ultimate goal
Right.
of doing what I do now. I don't have to work a straight 9-to-5 job anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm able to do other things. That's my ultimate goal.
Right.
I don't care how. The how means nothing. And we have to get out of that how, like, because we get stuck in that how, we lose sight of that, what can bring us happiness.
Absolutely, yep.
Like, the happiness is in this other stuff. Like, it's the
The
results of that.
ultimate, the results, the ultimate goal.
Yeah, so
That's the happiness.
once you fix that one thing or get that one thing done and you make that one thing, you know, like, ooh, that's a step towards the ultimate.
Yeah.
I'm good either way.
My ultimate goal is to not do anything.
I'm on the way to that. That's a
You know
beautiful
what I'm talking
goal.
about? That's a great goal.
I'm like one of my next big goals for me and my family. We want to buy a property out of this country.
I'm with that.
Out of the country, want a property. Now, how will we get that property? No idea.
But
It's gonna happen
it's going to happen.
probably by the end of this year. I have 6 months left. I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna figure it. I'm not gonna figure out.
It's
It's
gonna
gonna happen.
Yeah.
I don't need to figure it out.
Nope.
I get caught up in the figuring things out, then I get lost in the whole thing. And now I'm trying to make something happen. And then everybody's like, well, God, please help me. Why are you praying so hard if you're force feeding everything?
Yeah.
You have
That's
to let
true.
your hands off something sometimes.
Absolutely. And be like, hey, or like what they say, put it in God's hands.
You have to do it.
Yeah.
Put your hands down for a
Oh,
second.
man. Hey, sometimes you just got to be like, hey,
Hey, I need a
you
minute.
got it, boss?
You got it.
You got it, boss?
I'ma
Shout
do
out
the-
Randall, that's his words. You got it, boss? Like, hey, I can't, like with my personal stuff, marriage and, you know, with stuff with that, in that situation, it's just like, hey, I can't do nothing else.
Say that Will Smith quote that you said. What was it?
Nobody is responsible for your happiness but you.
Nobody.
No one.
Who did he say that to again? Who was he speaking to?
I think it's maybe one of his kids. I don't know.
He was speaking to Jada.
Okay, yeah.
He was speaking to his wife.
Yeah, she's not right. I remember that. She's not responsible for my happiness. I'm not responsible for hers. Yes.
Bro,
Yep.
that is the huge. He doesn't make me. She's not making me happy. Guess because she's not supposed to make you
No,
happy,
she's
fam.
not. Nope.
How can she do that? Your happiness sways. It changes.
Absolutely.
And you want somebody to sway with you all this time?
That's impossible and it's draining on a relationship.
Training.
And this is what you have to realize, especially when things go weird, is, I mean, obviously you're going to ask the why, like, why did it happen?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, it don't matter. What did I do?
Yeah.
What can I hold myself accountable for? Why was I in that at that moment, and why she or whoever had this
Yes.
reaction to it?
Yes.
So now you sit back and you find your peace, you find your happiness, and it shows, and it ain't got nothing to do with
No.
them people or whoever.
And now in your relationship, you bring whatever made you happy back into that relationship.
If it's there.
If it's there, right, well, yeah, right, but whatever it is, right?
Or the next relationship.
or the next relationship,
yeah.
and you don't lose that because now what this brings me happiness is a part of me.
That's me.
And I'm going to be doing this, and
Yep.
I would love for you to do it with
I
me.
would look, and then it's gonna be it's dope because I can feel, even though I have I haven't experienced it, but I know it. It's gonna be even doper because that person is gonna see your happiness.
Now they have a blueprint of what they can do.
They see your happiness, whether it's the relationship you're in, the new person, or
Yeah.
five people later on. They're gonna see it, and they're gonna be like, okay, damn, what you do?
Yeah. Now
You
they
know,
have,
it's like,
and that's the thing.
I'm happy.
And now you don't have if that's your significant other, you do not have
Mm-hmm.
to guess. If they're taking care of themselves, you can see exactly what it is that makes them happy.
Yeah.
And if you want to give them something to honor that joy, you can.
There you go.
And you're going to hit the mark. But if they do not know how to express it, like Steve said, like I don't know what makes me happy.
Steve.
most men do not know what make them happy.
Nope.
Period.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you brought that back up.
Most
because
men.
I still struggle with that because I still don't know. So it's weird because I still don't know like a activity or whatever it is that makes me happy, and I'm fine with that because what right now what makes me happy is the peace of mind, is the not worrying, not harping on stuff that doesn't make a difference, not shutting down on, like, if I get criticism from you or like constructive criticism, not holding on to it, be like, man, fuck Zach. Not saying that happened, but you get what I'm saying. But that's the first thing we do.
Yeah.
We say, man, you know what? F that. And then we start making excuses on why my point of view, like we start making excuses on why you were wrong.
Yeah,
for
what
giving me that.
you didn't say
criticism.
that. You didn't say that. I don't believe that. That's
Exactly.
Not what you got going.
You know what I'm saying?
When
When you stop those things, well, for me, that's where the happiness started to creep in, and it's evident. I don't get DMs. I'm not a hot commodity out there from women to DMs, but I have got DMs
Men.
and text messages from people like, man, you seem different. Yesterday,
Yeah.
shout out Nisha, my homegirl Nisha. She was like, I ain't wanted to say nothing to you before because I felt you. We fuck with each other. You my guy. You know what I'm saying? And not to make it weird because her guy was standing right there. We just homegirl. That's my friend. And she was like, man, it was something not right about you. And then I heard, certain things. And then she was like, I can see it.
Yeah.
And then she was like, now when I see you today, you a totally different person. Totally. And she kept saying, I'm like, chill out, pass a week.
Yep.
We joke back and forth. But she like, you a totally different person now. I'm like, yes, I found some peace.
That's the thing. It's huge, bro.
Mm-hmm. It's huge.
I don't care. Energy in this particular world is real.
Absolutely.
So people can feel and sense that energy from miles away. Like, that's why people like, hey, I was just thinking about you.
Mm-hmm.
And the other person's like, yeah, you called me. That's amazing. Because they can feel that.
They can feel the energy.
But yeah, man, I applaud you. Like, it's hard, bro, getting yourself
It's hard, and it's
mentally
still
out of those spaces.
It's still, and the one thing that you gotta stress, it doesn't stop. You're still a work in progress. Like producer Steve, like producer Steve said, he doesn't know what brings him happiness, and I can agree with that. I don't know a physical thing, activity that brings me happiness.
Yeah.
But am I stopping the pursuit of it, of finding that activity? Nope.
Everything cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, everything
That was
cool.
That shit was
Yeah.
cool.
It's not.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's not
You
bad.
know what it is?
Yeah.
though? I think it's for me, like you said, I speak for me and my experience, and what I realized is, I say it all the time. Men look back and women look forward. And when I look back, I had great times. Yeah, we should do that again. But in the moment when we're doing it real time, I'm not like, this shit is woo. I'm not gonna say I can't, but that's not natural. That's not natural to me to be one. And I try. Like,
I don't believe that, but go ahead.
but that's
Yeah,
just,
that's still good.
even
though.
even when you a
Still
shorty,
good.
you 12 or 13, and you with some 16, 17-year-olds, you can't geek out and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
And they give you
I
the
get it.
pass to be like, that's our shorty.
Real quick, the reason I say I don't agree with that, because as an adult now, don't ever not show the happiness, the fun, like if you're having a good time, fucking have that good time. Smile, laugh. If you got a goofy ass laugh, laugh.
And that's so I
Don't
guess
care about what's going
so
on
what
over there.
I guess what I'm saying is
No, go ahead.
you had a journey or a path to get there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so,
absolutely.
and that is natural. And so what, like how I'm raising my daughter, she's naturally like that, right? So you trauma or life's path or whatever life gives you, get to a point where you are maybe saying to yourself, I got to find my happy again.
Yeah.
But some people, it's not a journey for them to really find. What they trying to find is, maybe money, friends,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, want a bigger family, want kids, whatever else. But happy is natural to them. They can naturally be happy.
Absolutely.
And so that and then realizing the root of what comes from all of that, right? So like people that, like you were saying, like this, it's real energy in the world, and the world is full of energy and all of that. Realizing that what starts in the sense of like what's the chicken and egg. A lot of times people think that if I get X, Y, and Z, I'll get happy. But when you get our age and look back, you realize being happy creates a vibration that will get you the money and that you want.
Yep.
So
Right.
what we put first to get to last is, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like the old Bible quote, what's first shall be last and what's last shall be first. You kind of starting to see that when in the sense of what is important to you and how to, and the path to get there. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that understanding of like getting there isn't understanding that you have to get to the things you want through happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then that becomes, all right, well, how and what is happy?
Yeah,
right.
So that's where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? I
I
understand
get
that,
that.
everything that I want comes through happy. All right, cool. Now define happy. Ooh,
Right.
There you
all
go.
right, that's another.
It's still a
So-
process.
Yeah, it's a process.
It's a process.
For me, happiness for me is this, like a clear mind. I can see the joy in different things. I'm smiling. And all that for me comes from nothing that I can buy, nothing that I can go experience or go or have somebody else do. I had to learn how to do that, like just alone. Like
Yeah.
when I golf, and I golf for fun, and that brings me some moments of peace, and it helps me with my joy. But the joy comes in with when I'm walking through and I'm in my thoughts thinking about the great things that I can see, or the things that are coming in the future that's going to be cool and awesome, or thinking about my son, or I think about just what's happening in the earth right now, what could be coming. You know, so I try to find things that bring me happiness that's within, things that I can control.
Yeah, I get that.
And that's the thing. Like, too often our happiness, everybody looks so far external and looking for somebody else or looking for something to buy, or like you said, you can't buy happiness. You can't do all that externally. And once we step out of that, we find that our happiness comes, like I said, that's why meditation is so cool.
Yeah.
And it's hard for people to meditate.
It's definitely. I want to try it. I don't know how good.
Well, it's not even about how good, it's
Yeah.
practice.
Right.
Right? You go from 2 minutes. I'm sorry, you go from 30 seconds to a minute to 2 minutes, 2 minutes to 5, or 5 to 15, 15 to 30. It doesn't matter how long it takes you to get to the longest amount of time. It doesn't matter. This isn't a race.
Right.
This is your whole thing. It has nothing to do with anybody. So if somebody else does it and I can do 2 hours of meditation, sitting there, legs crossed, and I'm got my zen. That's not going to be everybody, bro. And everybody doesn't need it. And that's the thing. We don't need to look at everybody else's path and try to compare it, especially when it comes to this. This is new. It's like golf. Golf is a new game for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I'm going to suck. I still suck. I tried to go to a professional golf course. I did horribly. I went to Cog Hill, Dubs. I shot a 132.
That's tough.
72 is par, guys. 50 over.
What was the course?
Dubs. That's
No, I'm saying, what was the par for the course?
72.
Oh, you did 132?
Yes, it was horrible. Now, if I go to a different course, I can shoot an 85. I shot a 90. I did
Now,
great.
Here's the thing. Let me ask you, who was you with? You was by yourself, or how you do it?
I was with one of my boys.
All right. Do you think you would have did better with a different competition?
No,
That's just who you are.
I'm not. No, I'm not that good.
Okay.
Nobody is that. Guys,
I feel like if I'm playing against
you're not that good.
Tiger Woods, not just a professional. I wouldn't even say Tiger Woods. He wouldn't take me. But I'm saying, like, playing against a professional versus playing against somebody else like
Got
me.
that level up.
It's like chess to me. I look at everything as chess.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
if you're playing somebody that's sucking chess, you're gonna probably suck.
Nah, it ain't that. It's you versus you.
It's true for me, man. You don't know what's true for me.
Let's go golf tomorrow.
I've been, boy, we finna fight.
Producer Steve is finna fuck Zach up.
We're finna
Hey.
dive across this table.
But real talk, we talked about a lot today, y'all. Like, we talked about a lot, and
Yes.
honestly, it was good. The main thing, don't lie to yourself.
Don't lie to yourself.
Don't lie to kick it.
And don't pretend everything is cool.
It's
Because I mean, you can the stuff that we've been talking about is a mindset, but it's not pretend. It's still honest. You can't sit there and be like, "Well, I'm good," knowing on the inside you like, "Oh my God, I'm struggling." Like, be honest with yourself. Be honest about the emotions, what you feeling, and go from there. Hopefully, you can find somebody to talk to.
You don't have to do anything alone, man.
Don't do, please, man. My God, do not do it on your own, man.
But you got
you're not gonna make it.
and that's the thing. And on the flip side, don't do anything on your own. But you need to realize that nobody else is responsible for your happiness.
Nope.
Nobody else.
No
your
one.
wife, your husband,
Nope.
your boyfriend,
Especially, I'm
your
gonna
girlfriend,
say, especially your significant other, because we put all of that on our significant others.
And
even when you see on these dating or you on Instagram, like I talked about this in the other show, they got this list of stuff. He has to stay that because of that list. He has to stay that in order for you to be happy.
And then what happens when your tastes change a little bit?
Exactly. What if you change?
'Cause you
Just
will.
period. What if your
will change.
physique or whatever changes?
Because you will. You're going to get a little stomach.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, my abs don't show as much as they used to.
Oh, because they're not there.
I got an 8-pack underneath all this
Not there.
tender loving. This
These
8-pack.
niggas is counting their stomachs.
1, 2, 3, 8. That's what I got.
I was counting my muscles. My muscles.
Them niggas ain't got not one muscle.
Hey, I don't even want to go out with a song. I just really want to say love y'all.
Yes, sir.
Take care of yourself.
Be safe.
Be safe. Hey,
Please be safe.
and do not stop putting so much pressure on your kids. Don't live through your kids either.
Nope.
Don't
FTK.
mess up 2 lives. Don't mess up 2.
Don't mess up too. Because I'd already fucked mine up. All right, y'all.
Hey,
Love
y'all,
y'all,
all the
man.
love,
Peace
man.
out.
Peace, man.
Love.
That was perfect. We got 2 of them out. And I think we had good conversation. What do you think, sir? Producer Steve, what do you think? Oh. God dog it, Producer Steve.